One people thems. So I've just caught up with Fauzia's last week's the singer reaction for Faouzia when she was singing Bruno Mars's Grenade and she smashed it. I feel like I've said that pretty much every single week. Like I've since had when I've gone back to do some editing to upload my reaction and I've heard things back. I've heard very very slight things. I'm like, oh okay, but they're so slight that it's not even worth mentioning. So I don't even know why I've mentioned it again. But I feel like as a whole, I think she's had an absolutely amazing run. Like, if this was the first time that I'd ever like seen her, I would just be mesmerized compellingly, like by her presence, her conviction, like just how she performs songs like the hers. Like it's just incredible. And actually watching her perform it on the piano, because when she first did, um, it wasn't Set Fire to the Rain. The first song that she did, and it was behind the piano. Oh my gosh, that's gonna bug me. But anyway, when she was behind the piano, I don't think you saw like all of the piano play. You saw her behind the piano, but you didn't see like the fingers and that kind of stuff. With that last one, I really felt like you could really appreciate just what she was doing, like, and how much she was giving in that performance with the piano and the singing as well. I thought it was amazing. So this one, I presume it's the Christina Aguilera Reflection, which is such an iconic song. And I mean, I am a big Christina Aguilera fan. Like that goes without saying. Watching Jessie J perform that on The Singer, I thought was incredible. I'm because this is. I'm not saying that Fousey doesn't sing high because she's got a really like good range. But but then again, you know, she can take on Whitney Houston songs. She can take on anything, I guess. But I am keen to see how she handles this particular tune. So, yeah, let's see Wagwan. It is Christina Aguilera's. Okay. The one thing they're gonna do in the show is get that staging right. Look at me, you may think you see who I really am, but you'll never know me. Every day, it's as if I play a part. Now I see, if I wear a mask, I can fool the world, but I cannot fool my heart. Who is that girl I see staring straight back at me? When will my reflection show who I am inside? 藏在心中每一个真实的星星，现在是风出去，我想要在前世之前更有力量的，更有勇气的声音。我眼中的自己，每一天都升起，我的越来越像我爱的自己。 Ah. Do you know? There is definitely fireworks, right? Yes, there are. I knew I could hear something. Oh, okay. Ah. Anyway, I don't. You can't see that. um. So apologies if you can hear the fireworks, by the way. Apologies, but fun times for everybody. I feel like that in terms of skill set wise, I think is amazing because obviously when she did the not last week, the week before, she slipped into I think it was a GEM song, so it was a Chinese song, and she slipped into that and did quite a good bit of verse and chorus and whatever in that, and had learnt Chinese. Like, and listen, I very poorly, and I've said this before on other videos. I think it's only like German and French that I used to do at school. Like, I can't do languages at all. Like, and I wish and to be fair, it's something that I probably should look at doing. It's taking the time and the effort. Some serious fireworks going on over there. I don't know what the occasion is. Yeah. Yeah, but the fact that someone you know what, I'm gonna just enjoy this. Yeah, so I think having that skill set to kind of sing in another language, and I've got it on good authority, that learning Chinese is not the easiest thing to do anyway. So, to sing in a competition like this and to sing in the host country's native tongue, I just think it's just an ode like of respect to those watching. But I think it's also a real marker of her skill set to be able to do that, to be able to sing in another language and make it still feel like authentic and stuff. Um, I feel like I I feel like I liked. I've just noticed as well that the outfit is different on that as well. To the thumbnail, that's what's in the performance. Um, I think if anything, actually, I think I might prefer that outfit more. I think like from the kind of head down, like to like here. I think it's really cool. I wasn't sure about where it ended and when the boot started. That's just a personal thing. It really doesn't matter. But that's just my personal take on that. But yeah, I think in regards to the song, I think she the thing with Faouzia, I think, is she is so like she's got the ability to be so consistent. So like when it got through to like the bigger parts of the verses and the chorus and stuff, and like she's just this voice is just coming out of her so effortlessly. I'm just like, wow, that's incredible. Um, I just don't know whether I felt the magic on this one, and I'm probably going to be on my own on that because again, I think the skill set of her singing in China, I think that. I mean, that beats everything to me because it's like, well, if you take on a whole different language and to be able to pronounce those words as well as, and I'm saying this with not a trained ear, but I mean, it sounded from my perspective like amazing. But I'm sure people were kind of mouthing along with her in the background and stuff. And then when she hit that like big note, I know there are certain audiences that don't applaud and don't applaud, sorry, and they kind of just go with, they're very reserved in the way that they show their excitement and stuff. We saw that when Beyonce performed in, was it Sweden, and had the first night of the Renaissance tour, and it was just crickets, like it was really really quiet. But we had it on assurance that people really did enjoy themselves, and it could have been a moment like that where she hit that crescendo, and people were just quiet. But I don't know, like of the previous seasons that I've seen with Hawa and Jessie J, people were like on their feet and were making all kinds of noise. Didn't get that in that big moment. So either because everyone was just so transfixed by it that they were just starstruck by it, or which I kind of feel like it could have been more of. They just weren't as blown away by it. I don't know. So I'd be interested to kind of find out what people thought of it. If I'm honest, I don't know whether I felt the magic of this one as much. As I think it's a really awesome thing that she put it into. That she sang it in Chinese, particularly because I've never heard this song sang in Chinese before, from anyone from the US and well from Canada. So I think that's amazing. Like so that in itself I think is a skill, but in terms of just me being like, oh my, did it? Because I kind of felt it was more. How to explain this? Every other performance of Sin from Faouzia, I felt like this could have been her song. This felt a little more. If you take away the singing in Chinese, which again is a really huge thing, so I don't want to do that any kind of disservice and give that the proper time and attention it needs because that is still a huge thing to do that in my book. But I felt that the song itself um was more paint by numbers than what I'm used to from her. And again, there are certain songs where I guess it's kind of impossible to not be that way because of the way the song's sung. I do think what was nice, because I did say that I'm kind of keen to hear how she takes this song on because of how I know it's sung. And there were some really awesome, sweet notes in there, like some really like dulcet tones and some really like sweet falsettos and stuff. And that was really nice. I guess I don't know. I think I'm a little bit just on the fence with how I feel about it because I can't say that I didn't enjoy it because I did. I'm just trying to understand whether I enjoyed it as much as some of her other performances, and I just can't decide. I think I would need to watch it again to see, but unlike some of the other performances, I've just been so into it. Um, I don't know, like, yeah, I don't. That's the best I can say on this one, which is probably a really sucky reaction. No, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But then I suppose that in itself is a response, isn't it? Because every other reaction I've done for her on this, I've been very very certain about how I felt about it. Um, Whereas with this one, I'm just not 100% sure. But again, let me know what your thoughts are. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe this is actually her best performance. Maybe I need my ears cleaning out. Like, you let me know what you guys thought of this. And also, if if what she was singing and how she was singing is familiar to you, how did she sound? Like, did the pronunciation slap? Did she get each lick right? Like, let me know. But for now, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And if you did enjoy this, then please drop me a like and subscribe. That'd be amazing. Thank you very much. And if you do want to go a little bit further, a little step further, then I do have a Patreon as well. And it is a great way to help support the channel. So if you do want access to my reactions before they come to YouTube, which often they will be on Patreon earlier, then get on over to Patreon. And hopefully I'll see you on the next. All right.